Happy International Women's Day. The theme this year is Break the Bias. To break the bias in our homes, communities and workplaces, we first need to understand our own biases and how they affect other people. At Deaf Connect, we aim to be a workplace that is inclusive and celebrates difference. We don't tolerate stereotypes or discrimination. We asked our people what this day means to them, and this is what they had to say.
International Women's Day has always been on my radar as I was raised by an incredibly strong but even kinder woman. And this year's focus of breaking the bias is even more important to me as a queer woman. Breaking the bias and being inclusive benefits the individual, it benefits the community, and it benefits our world. The world we share with so many different people, including women, both inside and out of the binary. I work with children and families, and it is a privilege that I get to be part of the representation of the amazing variety within the umbrella of women.
I think it has meant to me working hard, fighting a little bit, gaining skills, demonstrating that I have skills, knowledge and expertise, but also acknowledging other people's skills, expertise and knowledge and learning from them.
I've also been surrounded by and encouraged by women in my personal life. My mother has always and will always inspire me. She showed me every day what a woman is capable of. She always had my back and encouraged me to be the best version of myself. She showed me that being a woman in this world could be difficult at times, but when times were hard, she got back up and started again. She was a single mum of 3 who did a double degree at university, becoming a beloved teacher and child psychologist. She taught me that my value was more than what others see in me, and that being the weird child wasn't something to hide or be ashamed of. I do sometimes need reminding of this and what I'm capable of, but that's when I seek out the amazing women and people in my life to support me.
Try to work and spend time with people who are smarter than yourself, because you can learn a lot from them. That has guided me. I have been blessed by smart people from whom I have learned a lot.
My advice for women and people in general is to work out who you are, who you want to be, and try and make them line up. Try not to listen to those who tell you that you're too much, and be visible exactly as you are. Call out things when you see them, especially in the workplace or when you're in a position of power.
And for other women, I would say, be strong, find your strengths, your interest, your passion, and follow your heart.
What does breaking the bias mean to you? How are you breaking the bias for the women in your life? Let us know in the comments or show it your support by posting your own video.